Brian, now is the time, she repeated, now is the time for this vote. I mean, is it?
No, because now is the time for Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP to respect the vote of 2014. Nicola Sturgeon talks about respecting democracy, and the truth is we have had a vote. She was meant to respect that vote, but ever since she lost, she has been divisive and worked to have yet another. And of course, were she to have another and lose again, as I believe she would then work to have another. There is no respect for democracy. She simply is an ideologue who believes in trying to have a vote until she eventually wins.
I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Most people looking on would think now surely is not the time, what with war in Ukraine, the UK really being the vanguard of the Western world when it comes to pushing back against Putin. And what she's doing is laying out a roadmap, as far as I can tell, for division.
Well, that indeed is true. She has been nothing but a divisive character in Scottish politics. Far more divisive, one has to say, than even Margaret Thatcher, who she quoted the other day as someone who would support a referendum. She obviously has some mystic qualities too. The truth of it is that irrespective of the international situation, the domestic situation, where she has abandoned trying to have improved education, where the health service is collapsing around her, particularly in A&E, where we see problems in housing and transport and law and order. That in itself is what she should be sorting, not actually having a referendum, which, by the way, she has no mandate for. Because if she believes the people are sovereign, then the people actually voted by a majority for the union-supporting parties, not for the SNP and Greens.
Now, I noticed she was talking about essentially the fact that this referendum would be conditional later on legislation being passed. And I also note the conditional tense of the question, should Scotland be an independent country? Seems to me like the door is wide open for any version of interpretation of a yes vote, say if she did win that referendum, so she can essentially evade giving any detail. Has she put forward to the Scottish people what independence would look like?
Well, I don't think we'll ever get to the stage of having that question put. It doesn't even need Boris Johnson to say, I'm not giving you a Section 30 order, because the truth of it is, if she actually tries to go ahead and have a referendum without that Section 30 order, there are people queuing up to take legal action to stop having a needless referendum. It would be illegal, and all she's actually really looking for is to have a fight with Boris Johnson to create that division within the UK, and for her then to appeal to her troops, her supporters, by saying, well, I tried, but it's these damn English that have stopped us again. That's effectively what she's playing at, and everybody's beginning to see through her now, even SNP supporters.